Apollo and the Sun Chariot, God of Light, Bedtime Story, relaxing Greek mythology for sleep. Gentle harp music fades in, overlaid with the sound of wind chimes and crickets. Slow pan shot of sun rising over ancient Greek temple ruins. Camera slowly rises to reveal a vast, peaceful sky. Warm light bathes the landscape. Narration. Welcome, dear listener, to another edition of Mythology for the Mind. Before we begin tonight's episode, please hit the like button if you're looking for more relaxing bedtime stories. Also, stick around after the credits to hear our latest story about the origin of the Milky Way. Tonight, we journey into the golden light of dawn, where the god Apollo rides his radiant chariot across the sky. Let this tale guide you into peace and sleep. Music swells slightly as Apollo appears holding his lyre. A golden aura shimmers around him. Narration. Apollo, son of Zeus and Leto, twin brother of Artemis, the goddess of the moon. Apollo is known as the god of light, music, healing, and prophecy. But most sacred of all was his duty to bring the sun from east to west each day, carrying the hope of a new day within him. Close up on Apollo's face, as he looks out over the horizon, a golden chariot emerges behind him, pulled by 4 magnificent horses. Their manes and tails flow in the wind as they paw at the ground impatiently. The horses are Athon, Pyroa, Phlegon, and Eus, and they burned with divine fire, just as the sun did, for they were immortal, and each step they took left sparkling sparks that became stars scattered across the night sky. As Apollo holds the reins, the world around him begins to brighten. Narration. Now, it was Apollo's duty to awaken the world. And so, first he brought light to the mountains and hills, painting them in soft hues of pink and orange. Then the great sea shimmered and sparkled as he bathed the waves in sunlight, chasing away the darkness and awakening the fish to swim and the mermaids to sing. And as the sun rose higher, the colors grew bolder, the birds sang sweeter, and the flowers lifted their heads towards the brilliant light. The camera follows the chariot as it moves across the sky. Fields, rivers, and mountains glow in the light. A farmer smiles as he sees the sun rise over the hill. A mother gathers her children close, pointing to the bright light chasing away the shadows. 2 lovers embrace as the golden light bathes them in warmth. All creatures stir and awaken, greeting the return of the light. Narration. To the Greeks, Apollo's daily ride was more than light. It was hope, renewal, and the promise that darkness never lasts forever. Just as the sun always returns, so too will peace and balance find their way back to you. A subtle, sad note plays as Apollo nears the end of his journey. The sun hangs low in the sky, casting long shadows across the land. The breeze has died down, and there's a stillness in the air, as if the world itself is holding its breath. Narration. Yet even as the light began to fade, Apollo brought with him the promise of a new dawn. For every ending is also a beginning, every goodbye also a hello. And as the last sliver of sunlight dipped below the horizon, the sky blazed with color one last time, a final masterpiece before the curtain of night fell. Apollo turns his head towards us, his expression filled with wisdom and peace. His lyre hangs down, its strings silent for now, but ready to sing again when the sun returns. Narration. Do not be afraid of the dark, little one, for even in the deepest night the stars shine, brightly, and the moon watches over you. Rest now, and when you wake, you'll see that the world is still beautiful. Slow zoom out as Apollo fades away, leaving only the memory of his golden light. The camera pans across the darkening sky, revealing a tapestry of stars. The Milky Way stretches across the heavens like a river of stars. Pleiades and Orion stand watch in the night sky. Narration: the world is still, the stars are out, and peace is all around. Close your eyes now and let the soft light of the stars guide you into dreamless sleep. Let their ancient wisdom bring comfort to your heart, and let their twinkling light chase away any lingering fears or worries. For in the stillness of night, the magic of the cosmos unfolds, inviting you to surrender to its beauty and find solace in its timeless embrace. The Milky Way shimmers above as gentle harp music swells. The narration becomes a whisper. Narration: once upon a time, long before the dawn of human history, the world was shrouded in eternal darkness. There was no sun or moon, no stars to light the way. The people lived in fear of the endless night, longing for a guiding light to lead them through the darkness. Then one day, the gods decided to bless humanity with the gift of light. They gathered together and created the sun, a blazing ball of fire that would bring warmth and life to the world. But who would drive the sun across the sky? The gods looked for a hero, someone brave and noble, to take on this sacred duty. And then they saw Apollo, the radiant god of music and light. They offered him the chance to become the driver of the sun chariot, to be the bringer of light and hope to the world. Apollo, eager to serve the people and eager to show his bravery, accepted the task. He was given a magnificent chariot made of pure gold, drawn by 4 immortal horses whose manes flowed like flames and whose hooves left sparkling trails of light in their wake. Every morning, Apollo would rise before the first rays of light and climb into his chariot. With a flick of the reins, he would urge the horses forward, and the sun would blaze into the sky. The world would awaken as Apollo drove his chariot across the heavens, bringing warmth, light, and life to all he passed. The plants unfurled their leaves towards the light. The animals emerged from their hiding places, and the people raised their faces to the sun, basking in its golden glow. But driving the sun chariot was not an easy task. The heat was intense, the winds were wild, and the weight of the responsibility pressed heavily on Apollo's shoulders. There were times when he stumbled, when the horses stumbled, and when the darkness threatened to engulf the world once more. Yet Apollo persevered, drawing strength from the gratitude of the people, from the beauty of the world he illuminated, and from the unwavering belief of the gods in his ability. He became known as the god of light, of music, of healing, and of prophecy. His lyre singing the praises of the sun, his arrows bringing swift healing, and his words offering guidance and wisdom. And so, the world was saved from eternal darkness and blessed with the gift of light. And we, the children of the gods, were granted the joy of seeing the sun rise each morning, reminding us that no matter how dark the night may seem, the dawn will always follow. Music fades to a gentle lullaby, harp fades, crickets chirp softly. Narration: so too will peace and balance find their way back to you, just as the sun always returns. Rest now, little one, and let the stars watch over you. Sound of crickets gradually fades into the background as the recording ends. If you enjoyed this relaxing bedtime story, please leave us a comment. We'd love to hear what you thought. And don't forget to subscribe for more mythological adventures. Also, stay tuned for our next story about the Greek Titan Atlas and the origins of the constellation that bears his name. Until then, sweet dreams.